Last week on Sunday Night Shootout, Caden Wilson edged out Sampson by a truck length. Caden Wilson's looking to hang on to the championship in Monster Mutt Rottweiler tonight. Will he be able to do it? Find out next. TV fans, welcome back to the second show of Diecast Monster Truck Bash Sunday Night Shootout. 16 of the best Diecast Monster Trucks are ready to fight for many independents, many failed corporation trucks. This right here is going to be a great night. Radiator, Grinder, Pastrana 199, and many more. This is going to be a great night. As you can see, we got all these trucks ready. They got all the new parts they need in them, but your defending champion, Caden Wilson, in the Doug Monster Mutt Rottweiler, looking to hold on tonight. He's ready. He's pumped. And Caden Wilson wants a win tonight for sure. This right here is going to be a good event. As you can see, last week's finalist, Sampson, is not up happy with the upset he had last night. He wants a win. But as we kick off the action, it's Nathan Smith and Excalibur taking on the one and the only from Team Bigfoot. It's Colt Cobra, it's Gene Patterson, and Snakebite. You know Nathan Smith got a big competitor on his hand. Colt Cobra knows how to drive a truck. Gene is ready at the line for driving for Team Bigfoot. We're ready for our second event in Sunday Night Shootout history. The Sunday after last, we're staged up at the line. Who's ready? As we kick off the night, they're going to the Destroy Church even race. And that was definitely a very close race and a great one to start off Sunday Night Shootout. This track is definitely going to make races close because drivers, as soon as they land, they just have to hit the pedal to the floor. But they do have to be cautious because there is a wall right there and it's right next to it. So if they hit it too hard, they'll definitely have a hard hit into the wall. But that was an extremely close race, and this track was, like I've been saying, it's designed for it. So this right here is going to be a great night as we get the Sunday Night Shootout official replay. That was a great race, Excalibur and Snakebite. But as we get the photo finish, it's Gene Patterson, Snakebite getting the win. But as we move on, it's Joseph Nelson and Destroyer, who actually has some points on the board, taking on Olivia Cantwell and Scarlet Bandit. And like we said, Destroyer, he has points on the board. He wants more for 100%. But Scarlet Bandit, she has none so far. She wants some up there. She wants a points championship to move on to next season. It's going to be a great race. Both drivers stage. They're ready. Scarlet Bandit and Destroyer for our second race in history. Stage. Coming to Destroy Church even race going down for both drivers. And that was a great save from Destroyer in the far lane. He came out with a wheelie, but he had a complete combination of throttle, brake, and steering. That was amazing. He knows how to put the truck on all four. He loses the body for the 13th time, it seems, which is not what he wanted to do. He did not win, but he piped up the fans with a great, nice save right there. As you can see, he put it back on all four tires. That was a great race. But next up is from the Anderson family. It's Chase Moyes, Bog Hog, taking on Jimmy Bones Ferguson in the Avenger Machine. Chase Moyes is making his long-awaited return in the Sunday Night Shootout Corporation. This is going to be a great race, taking on one of the veterans on the track. It's Avenger. This right here, it's two veterans facing each other. We got Bog Hog taking on Avenger. Both these drivers are ready. They're staged. This is going to be a great one. Bog Hog, Avenger, they're staged to the line for the third race tonight. They're coming at the Destroy Church even race running down. And Avenger had a huge lead, but he did the popular somersault move. I don't know why everyone's trying that, but he did it, and he may have gave up the win right there because Chase Moyes, he was on a rail right there, and Avenger He gave it his all, but as he hits that somersault move with the win, he gets taken away from him by nothing. Chase Moyes is your winner in the third race. But next up is Eddie Booker and Grinder taking on Tim Cantwell, Bounty Hunter. This is going to be a great race. They got that Grinder truck ready. They fixed it up, taking on Tim Cantwell. Tim, he is a heavy hitter that he really knows how to do it. Might as well add 1,000 pounds to his scale. Make that 13. Stage of the line. We're ready. Both drivers stage. Grinder and Bounty Hunter come into this race for even a race, running down for both. And wow, as Tim Cantwell ran the lead for the whole time, but he made a turn, and that may have gave all the room for Grinder to make the comeback. That was a great race. Eddie Booker gave it his all, but I do believe that he will be out for the night, not be able to do it. Maybe those truck damages that he had last time are not helping for him. As you can see, Tim Cantwell will get the barely edge win out of Eddie Booker. But next up is our last week's finalist, Jared Goldman and Samson taking on the heavy hitter himself. It's Devin Tree in the Metal Health Machine. These fans love that truck. They've got shirts and signs ready. And Devin, he wants to put on a show for those fans. Make them ready. Turn these fans on tonight. Their stage. Devin Tree and Jared Goldman. Their stage of the line. Bang your head for Metal Health. That's what he's going to make these fans do. Stage. Samson, Metal Health. Come out of the Church even race, running down for both. And what a save from Samson, as he had a total lead over Devin. But Devin pulls back the win after Samson flipped over and he saved the truck. It's definitely a move you do not see much saves, are not seen much out here on the circuit, but 2 of them have happened tonight. So Sunday Night Shootout's going to bring something. And as you can see, he landed awkwardly and used the front and rear steering to save the truck. That was a great effort himself from Jared Goldman in last week's finalists. Nonetheless, he will not be able to move on. But next up is Jeffrey Fielding in Gravedigger taking on Roland Cantwell in Iron Outlaw. Iron Outlaw, he wants it badly. He wants that win. This right here is going to be a great race. Gravedigger wants a win. He's in the substitute truck. Most likely for the last time, you could say. He may be putting Gravedigger in retirement. This is going to be a great one. Stage of the line. Iron Outlaw. Gravedigger. Coming down. This is going to be a great race going down. And watch out. As Jeffrey Fielding will put his top left tire into the floor. He thinks he's a hammer, but that's not the case. Iron Outlaw has won the race. He will be recreating Shaggy that he did have one time as their Season 4 kickoff. In that show, he did the same exact move as him. Nailed his front tire into the ground. Not how he wanted to end it. As you can see, he comes down, sky wheelies it, nails it into the ground. That was definitely a hard race inside that truck for Jeffrey. And as you can see, it was hard on the truck, definitely. And he will most likely be putting that truck in retirement as we're flipping it over here. That was definitely interesting. You can see here the truck goes, and it looks like the tire does have some damage. You can see it's still holding on, basically, but they are turning on the truck currently to see if it can run. And I do believe they're going to run it a bit to see if it can move. And yeah, they're moving it right now. And as you can see, it just falls apart. So they shut it off. They're going to wait for his new truck. Next up is Charles Stevens and the custom designed truck by yours truly, Radiator, taking on Jared Booker, Mr. MTC himself, Pastrana 199. Charles, he's leaving Team Blue Thunder for this. His truck, his beloved truck, the Big Blue Ford. He's leaving it for that Chevrolet Bel Air, the Big Blue Avenger, taking on Pastrana 199. We're stage of the line. And also, that radiator is extremely low. So this is going to be interesting. Low versus high. Sage. Coming to destroy Church even race going down for both. And it's an insanely close race. As Radiator may have pulled that race out. He jumped in head. He even got the truck a little sideways. And that was definitely a great race. Pastrana gave it his all. But also, did Charles, you can see the shocks sticking out of Radiators to this right here. He gave it his all, and he's ready for this night. This is going to be a great one. Radiator's ready. And as you can see, they were even. Pastrana with a little lead, but he's going to pull it out as Charles Stevens will move on. But next up is Mitch Brown and Bigfoot, the original monster truck. Taking on your one-time defending shootout champion, it's Caden Wilson and Doug. That's Monster Mutt Rottweiler. He stayed to the line, ready to do something tonight. This is going to be a great one. He wants to take down Mitch, but Mitch is a heavy hitter. He's ready. He wants to defend his championship. Will he do it? Moving on. Stays at the line. Mitch versus Caden. Come at it, first even race running down for both. And as he will flip the truck over for his favorite move, Doug is up and over the Rottweiler, who gave that dog some treats, because it appears that's what he got, and somebody told him to roll over, because that's exactly what he did. That was a great race. Mitch gave it his all, but Doug will hold on to the championship. Bigfoot gave it his all, as we can know. That was a great race, but Caden will hold on to the championship. Moving on, as he flips the truck over, it looks like he got a bit sideways and hits the ramp and flipped it over. But so far, everyone, this has been a great night of racing. I hope to see you guys in round 2 after the break. Welcome back to Sunday Night Shootout, fans, as we kick off round 2 with Cold Cobra himself, Gene Patterson, and Snakebite taking on Olivia Cantwell herself in the one and only Scarlet Bandit. Snakebite has taken a trip into his favorite lane. Both these drivers are staged in their same lanes from round 1. They both chose, well, Snakebite had lane choice, but he decided to be nice to Scarlet Bandit. Gave her a lane, so our stage ready. Coming to Detroit Church, even a race for both drivers. And I do believe, as Scarlet Bandit will make a hard turn, looks like some rear steer issues or something going on with the truck. She probably lost control, hit the wall, giving Snakebite the automatic win. Gave him all the world in the world. All the room in the world to get that victory. And as you can see, Scarlet Bandit does knock down the championship trophy. Caden's not going to be happy about that. That's definitely something that is a big upset for Scarlet. But Snakebite is in the semis. He lost in round 1, I do believe, last time. But he's in semis this time, getting the win, moving on. But next up, it's going to be a heavy hitter. It's going to be Chase Moyes and Bog Hog taking on Tim Cantwell in Bounty Hunter. This is going to be a great race for the ages, and I know that, folks, because Bog Hog's on the track. Taking on Bounty Hunter, Tim Cantwell, and Chase Moyes are ready for this race. This is going to be a great one for both drivers. They're staged up the line. Bog Hog and Bounty Hunter. Who's going to finals? Who's going to semis, to face Snakebite. Staged up the line. Bog Hog and Bounty Hunter. They're ready. As the light goes green, coming to Detroit Church, even race going down. And it's an extremely close race as they get into the shutdown area. That container's being attacked tonight as well. Chase Moyes getting a bit into it. That was an extremely close race. Bounty Hunter gave it his all, but so did Bog Hog. That truck is on kill tonight. It wants a win badly. Chase is here, wanting it. But, Bounty Hunter is also here in that big blue truck, wanting a win. But as we get the replay there, we're even running down. But your winner is Chase Moyes in Ball Hog getting the win to move on. But next up is the heavy hitter himself. It's Devin Treat, Middle Health, taking on Roland Cantwell and Iron Outlaw. And these two have indeed raced before. And you can say there's a little rivalry forming inside of them because they are ready. These two have faced a lot. The heavy hitter taking on Iron Outlaw. It's going to be a great race. They're both staged at the line. Who's getting the win? Devin Treat or Roland Cantwell? They're both at the line. This is going to be a great race. Stage of the line. They're coming to this rich even race running down. And it's going to be Devin Treat, the heavy hitter, getting the win again here tonight. He's searching hard for that victory, as you can see. But Iron Outlaw even pulled out with a little save, got on 2 tires there. But Devin Treat, indeed, will be your winner moving on to face, well, we're going to find out in this next race. But he will face somebody, either Caden Wilson or Charles Stevens. Iron Outlaw is ready. You can see he's pumped for this race. He wants the finals. He wants to win. He's ready for the new season. He wants it badly. But Devin Treat has pulled out, and you can see Iron Outlaw did indeed get on 2 tires. He's ready. He's ready for the season, wanting it, but he will not get the head. But next up is your one-time defending Shootout champion, Caden Wilson and Monster Mutt Rottweiler, taking on Charles Stevens in the big blue Chevrolet Bel Air. That's Radiator, with the shocks sticking out of the front and back. That truck's extremely low. Taking on the one and only, it's Doug in the near lane. Usually, Caden does not love the near lane, so we're going to see how this goes for him. Stage at the line, wanting a win. Who's getting it? Both stage at the line. Somebody throw that dog a bone, because the lights coming green, coming to the straight even race going down. And what a race, as Caden Wilson had a huge lead. But Radiator may have came back in the end. That was an extremely close race. I do not know. Caden has to be sweating with his crew chief telling him, he may have come back on you, dude. So this is going to be a great one. We need the replay. Charles is pumped in his truck. As you can see, Caden's rolling up to him, trying to say something to him. And Doug, he's about to start barking at him because that was a great race. He's ready. I don't think anybody threw him a bone, because Caden Wilson's done. He is done tonight. No bone for him. No treat for him. Because semis are next after the break. Welcome back to the shootout, as Chase Moyes and Bog Hog will take on Gene Patterson's Snakebite himself. Cobra is ready to take on Bog Hog. Old versus new, you could say. Even this is the rivalry of the teammates of the iconic rivalry. Bigfoot from Team Snakebite from Team Bigfoot and Bog Hog from the Anderson family of Gravedigger. They're staged to the line. Who's getting the win? Moving on to finals. Chase Moyes and Colt Cobra. All these guys are getting points no matter what. Coming into this Rich even race. And it's going to be Chase Moyes moving into the finals tonight after something went on with too much power, it looked, for Snakebite as he ran a wheelie on that truck. You could see he was right next to him. He just couldn't make that truck all the way up the ramp, which is definitely not how he wanted to end it, but you can see he's backing the truck up, and that's where it ends for Gene Patterson and Snakebite. Bog will get the win. Moving on. Definitely a way that Chase wanted to do it, taking out one of the biggest in the monster truck industry. Gene Patterson has been rolled over, and Bog has got the championship. As you can see, they came down even, but as you can see, Snakebite could not get it up the ramp, and that's what ended it out for Gene Patterson. But next up, it's going to be the one and the only. It's Charles Stevens in Radiator taking on the heavy hitter himself. That's Devin Tree in the one and only, that big bad orange truck. It's Metal Health. He's ready to take on Charles. This is going to be a great race. Radiator and Metal Health are stage up of the line. Gonna be a great race. Two fantasy trucks by two different people stage up of the line. Radiator, Metal Health, matching up. This is gonna be a great race. Myself and Devin's trucks running, coming into straight even race. And it's an insanely close race. It looked like Devin had the lead going through that whole race, but Radiator may have had the horsepower to come back, and that was an extremely close race going through me and one of my supporters' biggest trucks, both of our custom trucks, mine being Radiator and Devin's being Metal Health. That was a great race. You can see Devin held it through, but Charles holds up for Radiator and has the win held through. As you can see, we're back up. We're switching lanes and running this again. Radiator's ready. So is Metal Health. Which team is going to prevail? Team Metal Health Racing or Radiator Motorsports? That's what we decide. We're staged. The big blue Chevy Bel Air is ready to race here tonight. Stage to the line. This is a race for the ages. Stage. As the light goes green, they're coming down the ramp, and it's an insanely close race. I do not know who got the win. As you can see, Charles barely makes it to the line. He may have had it, though. He may have been at the line before Devin hit it, but Devin has crossed it. But Charles, you can see, has still hit it. So he may have lost, he may have won, he may have made it a tie. But that was an extremely close race as we get the replay. Coming into the finish, it's an extremely close finish. I'm not sure, but our officials are calling it a tie again. So we're running it again. Charles may have had the better of Metal Health, but even way, that was such a close race, and I could not make the decision. The team could not make the decision for that. So we're running it again. Charles thought he had it won. Devin thought he had it lost. Devin's happy. Charles is upset. Stage, waiting for it the third time, coming down the straight stretch, running through in an insanely close race again. Either way, whichever one of these trucks loses, they came out with a bang. That was a great race right there. Radiator and Metal Health. That was a great race. I'm not sure who won it. Charles has had the lead the whole way through with that lowrider truck. As you can see, he's driving over in that truck. He's ready to face off against Devin, corner him next to the container. But as you can see, Devin had a slight lead going out. But as we get the photo finish, by nothing, it's Charles Stevens in Radiator picking up the victory. So this right here will be your finals next. After the break, I hope you've been enjoying the show. Charles has made the upset. So is Bog Hog. We're ready for the finals.
Gross display of horsepower. Look at this air! Who takes the monster truck tonight? Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! What's it over? Can he save it? Here we
Welcome to the second episode of Sunday Night Shootout Finals, as Charles Stevens of Radiator will take on Chase Moyes in the one and only, that's the big bad Bog Hog mega truck. This time it's a monster truck though. They put those monster tires and chassis on it. Radiator though, he's ready. He's made modifications to the truck to make it ready since the beginning. This is it. Lowrider versus normal. Mega truck versus monster truck. Or stage. This is going to be interesting. Who will get the advantage? It's going to be a good one. Stage. Coming down this ramp, they're going down. And it's an insanely close race. I do not know. They were even the whole way flying through Bog Hog and Radiator. That was an insanely close race. I do not know who got the win right there. Radiator was given it, but so is Bog Hog. They both have major horsepower on those trucks, and Charles can get more speed with how low his truck is. But that was a great race as we go down. They're even, but it's going to be a tie called between the two drivers here tonight. This is going to be good, as Charles Stevens and Chase Moyes are back up the line. They've taken lead of each other's lanes. Charles is ready. So is Bog Hog. This determines who will get the win. If this is not a tie, that's what we will determine. They're staged. Both of them are ready. As you can see, they're both trying to edge it at the bit, trying to get a slight lead. They're ready. Both coming. Coming at the straight stretch, running through, and it's an insanely close race for the second time. This track has made these trucks side by side the whole way through. Bog Hog and Radiator, two new trucks that have not made it here before into the finals of Sunday Night Shootout, are here. It's one of these drivers getting the win as we get the photo finish for the second time. It's a tie again. This is it. This is going to be... I don't know. The third time we're running the finals here tonight. This is going to be interesting. We have Bog Hog in the far lane and Radiator made by yours truly in the near lane. We're staged. We got Radiator taking on Bog Hog. Staged. Coming down the ramp, they're going down, and it's insanely close for the third, I do believe, time here tonight. That was insanely close. I do not know. Both these drivers are ready. They are pumped. They have the trucks dialed in. This is going to be insanely close as we get the photo finish. Look at this. They went down. It was an insanely close race. But as we get the photo finish, by nothing, by a tire tread, Bog Hog has picked up the victory. That was an insanely close finish. But out of 16 monster trucks, your winner is Chase Moyes in Bog Hog. Well, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the show here tonight. It was a great one. This has been an amazing show, and I hope you guys will enjoy the show next time. Episode 3 coming up for the October and November season. This is going to be a great night. I hope you guys have been enjoying the show, and as Steve Jones like to say, I'll catch you down the road. See you next time.